Can you actually afford to live alone in the United States in 2025? Or is it basically a luxury now? Because here's the truth, no one tells you. Moving out sounds exciting: freedom, privacy, no roommates until the bills start hitting your bank account, rent, groceries, utilities, insurance, and suddenly you're asking yourself, wait, how am I broke already? So before you sign a lease or dream about your own place, this video will break down exactly how much it costs to live alone in the US in 2025, step by step with real numbers, real examples, and no sugarcoating. Let's get into it. This video is for you if you're a young adult. If you're planning to move out for the first time, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, or if you're just wondering if living alone is even realistic anymore. A quick disclaimer, all the numbers in this video are average estimates. Costs are going to vary a lot depending on your city, your state, and your lifestyle. But by the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of what living alone really costs and whether it makes sense for you. Let's start with the elephant in the room: rent. In 2025, rent is still the largest monthly expense for anyone living alone. The average monthly rent for a studio apartment is somewhere between $1,200 and $1,800. For a one-bedroom, you're looking at $1,400 to $2,200. Now, let's break this down by location. In high-cost cities like New York City, LA, or San Francisco, expect to pay $2,200 to $3,000 or more for a one-bedroom. In medium-cost cities, in places like Texas, Florida, or Arizona, it's closer to $1,300 to $1,800. And in lower-cost areas like the Midwest or smaller cities, you might find something for $900 to $1,300. But rent isn't the only upfront cost. Most apartments require the first month's rent, a security deposit which is usually one more month, and sometimes even the last month's rent. So, just to move in, you could need $3,000 to $6,000 up front. Financial experts recommend keeping your rent under 30 to 35% of your income. But in reality, many people are spending 40, even 50%. Next up, utilities. If you live alone, you're paying for everything yourself. Expect to pay monthly for electricity, water, gas, trash, internet, and your phone bill. On average, utilities can run you about $120 to $200 a month. Internet is usually another $60 to $90, and your phone bill might be $50 to $80. So, in total, that's around $230 to $350 per month. And keep in mind, in the summer, your electricity bill will be higher because of air conditioning, and in the winter, your heating bill will go up. This category surprises a lot of first-time renters. Food is another big one. Yes, groceries are still expensive in 2025. For one person, expect to spend about $300 to $450 a month on groceries if you're recooking most of your meals at home. If you eat out often, you should add another $150 to $300 on top of that. So a realistic total for food is anywhere from $400 to $650 a month. And here's the truth. Living alone usually costs more for food than living with roommates because you can't split things like a carton of milk or a bag of rice. Transportation costs depend heavily on whether you own a car. If you have a car, you're looking at a car payment, which averages $300 to $500. Then there's insurance, another $120 to $200. Gas could be $120 to $180, and you should set aside $50 to $100 for maintenance. That's a total of $600 to $900 a month. If you don't have a car, you can save a lot. Public transportation might cost $80 to $150 a month, and with some occasional Uber or Lyft rides, your total could be around $130 to $250. Cars give you freedom, but they are incredibly expensive. Health insurance is one expense many people forget. If you get insurance through your employer, it might cost you $150 to $300 a month. If you're buying private insurance, that number can jump to $350 to $500 or even more. And this doesn't include your copays, prescriptions, or any emergencies. Health insurance is not optional. One medical emergency can completely destroy your finances if you're not covered. Now, let's talk about the sneaky stuff, your lifestyle, and all those hidden costs. I'm talking about your streaming services, your gym membership, cloud storage, apps, haircuts, personal care, and all those random Amazon moments we all have. On average, this stuff can add up to $150 to $300 a month. These small expenses add up fast, so you have to track them. Okay, let's add everything up to see the total monthly cost. In a low-cost city, you might have rent around $1,000, utilities and internet at $250, food at $450, transportation at $250, insurance at $200, and lifestyle costs at $200. The grand total is around $2,350 a month. In an average city, rent might be $1,600, utilities $300, food $550, transportation $600, insurance $250, and lifestyle $250. That brings the total to around $3,550 a month. And in a high-cost city with rent at $2,400, utilities at $350, food at $650, transportation at $700, insurance at $300, and lifestyle at $300, you're looking at about $5,000 a month. And remember, that's after-tax money. So, is living alone worth it in 2025? The pros are obvious. You get total privacy, independence, and peace. But the cons are serious. Higher costs, less money for savings, and a lot more financial pressure. For many people, having roommates or some kind of shared housing is still the smarter financial move, at least for now. Living alone in the US in 2025 is definitely possible, but only with careful planning, strict budgeting, and realistic expectations. If you're thinking about moving out, make sure you know your numbers. Build up an emergency fund. And don't rush the decision. If this video helped you out, please give it a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, Where do you live, and how much is rent there? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.